guys, so we're going to start a new song today. It's called Castle on a Cloud. Does anyone know this song? Raise your hand if you know what musical it's from. Maria.
Les Miserables.
Okay, who knows what character sings this song? Does anyone know? Isabel?
Cosette.
And do you know like why she sings it?
No.
She's,
I don't remember.
she's like really sad. This is where she's like dirty.
Yes.
She's sad. Yeah,
she's sad and dirty.
Yeah. And what is she singing about? So this is like her castle on a cloud is her like dream world.
Yeah.
So like when things are going bad, sometimes we have the happy place in our mind, right? So this is her song about her happy place in her mind. So when you're singing it, think about a happy place and let that kind of show through. All right, so we're gonna start right at the beginning, right where you guys come in. I'm gonna play with you guys, but if you want to read through, and we'll see how far we can get. All right?
Are we on DAW or text?
On DAW. Okay. Thank you. All right. So I'm just gonna say 1, 2, and then ready, go, and give you 2 measures since it's in 2/2. That way you get a little bit of better prep. 1, 2, ready, go. To dynamic. Someone raise your hand and tell me what dynamic we're starting at. Maria.
Mezzo piano.
Awesome. So what does that mean?
So like we're soft, but not as soft as really quiet.
Yes, very good. Okay. Now, what is that little mark on the measure 13, the first measure of the bottom system? That little apostrophe looking mark. What is that called?
Comma.
It's a breath mark. Isabel's right. So what does a breath mark mean? That means that's where we take a breath. And so that cloud is normally 4 beats. Cloud, 2 half notes tied together. But we're going to take like the last and of that, and we're going to take a little breath. So it's going to be a little shorter than 4 beats in your head, okay? Now, that mark is given to you right there, but it's not given to you after sleep. But that's the same kind of situation, so write one in right there. And then, do you see it again on the top of page 3 after sleep? Yeah, and then after the last cloud, you have a break to breathe. So that's where you're going to breathe, so try and hold through until then. Now, I think we've talked about this before, but I'm going to see who remembers. Where it says cloud, what kind of note is that? We just talked.
A C.
Like what rhythmic value?
A half note.
A half note, awesome. So it's bigger than 1 beat, right? So what should we do? Should we stay the same, or should we grow or decrease dynamically? We should change. Do you think we should grow there? I agree. So will you write in a crescendo on cloud? Now I like it when a phrase, like in our warm-up, grows to be its biggest point and then decreases again. Because you see, if you look on page 35, we're going to say mezzo piano from all this part. But we want it to go somewhere and come back, right? So why don't you write in on sleep a day crescendo? So we're going to grow on the first long note, and then we're going to shrink back down to mezzo piano on the second one. And then if you want to turn to measure, or page 3, it does the same thing. So on sweep, let's grow a little bit, and then on cloud, let's shrink a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. And now you can grow all the way through that point, but you just want to make sure that, especially on those notes that are longer than a beat, we do something so that people don't get bored, right? You got it, Chase? You
Yes.
have a question?
No,
okay.
no.
Now let's try that one more time. Let's put it on words. Let's pay attention to those breaths, and let's pay attention to those dynamics and see how we do. All right? 1, 2, ready, go. Very nice. I really heard that dynamic contrast. And I think our breaths aren't quite together yet, so if y'all just want to keep listening really well with each other, but I think that's also something that when I can conduct you, we'll get ironed out. So I'm ready to move on. Let's read through starting at measure 35, and then we can go over parts in just a second, but just give it your best shot. Does everyone remember which part they're singing? Awesome. All right, 1, 2, ready, go. Specify, that's my bad. And let's break it down. I'm sorry about the bad piano, but you guys did a really great job getting a taste of it. But let's start with part 3, all right? And we're gonna start right at measure 35. 1, 2, ready, on Da. Let's try it with part 2 by yourself real quick. 1, 2, ready, go. Very nice. And will you look at the very end, that last note that we just sang? Part 2 and 3, are you the same or different there?
Same.
Yeah, and you're coming from something different to something that's the same. So that's a good way to kind of catch if you get lost. Just make sure you're listening to each other there. All right, let's try and put that together. Measure 35 on Da. 1, 2, ready, go. Go ahead and write in the breath mark after toys, just like we've been doing, and after girls again. So we're going to try and keep going with that same phrase group. And just like last time, if you want a crescendo after toys and decrescendo after girls. All right, in part 1, we're going to try and add that in. You don't have to worry about that part yet, but I figured it'd be good to go ahead and give it to you. And if y'all want to sing along in your head, and we'll add it together in just a second. All right, Maria, 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome. All right, let's try that together. 1, 2, ready, and let's add in the words. 1, 2, ready, go. Something new today. So everybody close your eyes. Now, how do you feel about the part that we've covered so far? If you feel like you 100% know it and you're ready to sing it in public, thumbs up. If you think you need one more day practice, thumbs in the middle. And if you're completely lost, thumbs down. And it's okay if you feel any of the ways. This is brand new stuff. I just want to gauge where you're at. Awesome. Good. Okay, awesome. You can open your eyes. Now raise your hand, and if each of you will tell me what's one thing that you thought you did really well today, and what's one thing that you think you want to go back and cover again. Miss Soja.
I think we did a really good job on the crescendos and decrescendos. I feel like we did those good.
I think you did too. I agree. What's one thing you'd like to touch back on?
I think I have trouble getting my notes at the very beginning of the phrase when I'm on part 2.
Yeah.
I want to sing the melody line.
Yeah. The melody is a lot of fun, but the harmony is what makes it the most beautiful.
That's right.
Anybody else?
I think she spoke for us all.
She did good. All right. Thank you.